Gambell, Alaska is remote. How remote? That's St. Lawrence Island. And that's Gambell. And that's Russia. If you want to go to Gambell, you can only get there by boat or small aircraft. And if you want to get around town, you'll need an ATV.
Gambell is in a place kind of all on its own on this gravel spit sitting out here in the middle of the Bering Sea. And yes, you can really see Russia from here, which I just think funny is telling people that. I love the people, I love the culture.
The remote location hasn't stopped the National Presbyterian Church from supporting the people of Gambell in their desire to live in meaningful community and in their quest to start the spark of revival in their small village. Gambell Presbyterian Church worked for years to raise enough funds and attract volunteer labor to build a new church.
We all know God. We all know, the whole village knows God, but they don't know about the Lord Jesus Christ's salvation. I think the whole village needs to be saved by the Lord Jesus Christ. I strongly believe in that.
It's much more than a place to worship on Sundays. It's one of the only community structures in Gambell, and it serves the churched and the unchurched alike.
The building we're dedicating here today is a church and community center, which will allow us to then have community activities in this building. And what's so important about that is in this particular village, which does not have a very big cash economy, there's a major lack of public space.
In 2015, the Presbyterian Foundation partnered with the people in Gambell to help tell their story and to build a new church and community center. Nearly 100 volunteers from Alaska and the lower 48 states made the journey to Gambell, dedicating thousands of volunteer hours to build the church. It was a labor of love, God's love.
This is the beginning. The dedication is the beginning of something good is going to happen for the Lord.
Climate change. It's affected the lives of those who live in Gambell. Even as recently as a decade ago, the hunting season supplied the food that they needed to get through the long winters. But the food sources that they once relied on are now scarce. These days, the village relies more on food that they get from the mainland at great expense. These are challenging circumstances. And in yet another beautiful extension of God's love, Gambell Presbyterian Church is helping to feed the community.
Much of what we depend on, the seal, the seabirds, the walrus, the whales, we haven't seen those yet because the water temperature is rising.
And plus the ice conditions, they have changed. This spring we had a real bad season again like last year.
We hope that the new church will reach every family through food ministry, through praise and worship services at the church, through other outreach programs that this session has started to begin. We just recently started youth group. Hopefully food distribution will be a part of it.
Even in the face of these hardships, they still trust God, they believe in their community, and they have hope for the future of Gambell Presbyterian Church.
This Presbyterian Church is very, very most important. We have future children of Gambell who needs to find life in Jesus.
From a place that is so isolated, the faithful Presbyterians of Gambell are committed to sharing the light of Christ with the world.
Because the gospel says, go ye unto all the world and preach thy gospel.
We hope that many people will come, many more people will come and join us in the church and worship the Lord.
And so in some sense, this culture here has a lot to teach us as Western Christians as what it really means to rely on God.
The Presbyterian Foundation is so grateful for the ways that we were able to walk with the Gambell Presbyterian Church and the Presbytery of the Yukon on this journey. You may be facing big challenges connecting with other churches and communities that could help your ministry, even while you help them. The Presbyterian Foundation is here to support your church's ministry and to make the connections that you need. We form partnerships with pastors and church leaders everywhere, from Gambell to Miami, from Tuscaloosa to Sacramento. Contact your ministry relations officer today to find out how we can help you share the light of Christ with the world. And thanks for your faithfulness.